Hello, everybody. You might be asking yourself, what is a sonata? If you've ever looked around at old records or looked at old sheet music, you may see that things are called a sonata. And what exactly is that? Well, it actually depends upon the era of music that you're looking at, and quite frankly, the definer. It's actually a very loose term when it comes to classical music. Now, for the most part, when you're looking back on most of the popular classical music from basically about the 1700s forward, a sonata typically means that it's either a solo work done by a singular musician, or it could be a work where it's primarily one musician that has the primary focus, and then there's supporting players behind them, just a couple. So, in other words, most of the time when you're looking at a sonata, you're probably talking about a work of classical art that has relatively few instruments playing, and it's typically music that has a more measured pace, because on a solo basis, usually you're trying to hear the instrument, you're trying to hear the performance of the musician and the emotion behind their performance. Now, sonata, if you go back a little bit earlier, oftentimes was a much more structured term, where it essentially was talking about music that had a very particular form, usually a slow beginning. It would then kind of build up, and then it would have kind of an effective, strong ending to it, was traditionally your orchestral sonata. But again, that term slowly over time kind of evolved to what most people probably think of it as today, which is the singular performing instrument, or you might have a small group playing. Now, in this particular case, this is a Handel sonata, or actually three sonatas, and this is not just one instrument, it is a few instruments playing together. In this case, you have two oboes and figured bass. So this is a representation of the latter form of sonata, and what most people probably would think of it of today if they're interested in classical music. If you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments. Share your thoughts about classical music and just, sonatas, I guess, in general. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody.